The Wizard Paragon Magus Perfectus in BT6 just got a great buff, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's, well, you probably might have not even noticed because we don't exactly use the Wizard Paragon that much in our runs, but today that's gonna change because we're gonna be trying beating the Elite Vortex by only using the Wizard Paragon. So what happened with the Wizard Paragon? Well, actually two things in the past 3 updates. So in update 46, they reduced the mana cost on the Metamorphosis ability from 5,000 to 4,000 mana per second, and the Wizard Paragon has 100k mana pool max. So basically what happened is that the duration got extended from 20 to 25 seconds, which is actually great. We just place the action figure somewhere on the side. I think that's gonna be great. And then now in the latest update, in update 48, what happened is that they reduced the cooldown of the Metamorphosis ability from 120 to 90 seconds. Now keep in mind, this Metamorphosis ability is actually a really powerful one. When you use it, the wizard starts doing a lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage, and that's why the initial cooldown used to be 2 minutes. So what Ninja Kiwi is doing is they're reducing the cooldown, but actually this ability works very interesting with Paragon degrees, because the higher the degree of the Wizard Paragon, the lower the cooldown gets. And actually, thanks to the wiki, I didn't know this stat, but apparently on a degree 100 Wizard Paragon, the ability now goes with the new cooldown, goes from 70 to 53 seconds. Imagine what kind of a change that is to have this super powerful ability, be able to, you know, you're just able to use it every 53 seconds. And then we can also buy a sub Paragon, we can submerge it, and then we're gonna be able to get about 10% cooldown reduction. I think it was just from that. So that's exactly what we're gonna try and do today. I'm not exactly sure if we're gonna get to degree 100, but we're definitely gonna get a super high one. I think we can easily go for something like 70, 80 plus, if not more. And then we're gonna see with this new ability how many times we can use it, and if that guy is gonna be able to solo, if the new wizard is gonna be able to solo Elite Vortex. It leads to tier 5. Something I'm gonna try and do is I'm going to try and get the Wizard Paragon as early as possible. Actually, I don't want to just have, you know, the Wizard Paragon up for the tier 5. That's gonna be the strongest one. I actually do want to try and get it for like these earlier tiers as well, even though it's obviously gonna be a lower degree, right? Let me get the bank now. So we're gonna go for a Minneapolis. I was thinking if we want to do some IMF loan farming, but honestly the cash expenditure in this run is not gonna be too high because it's only gonna be 2 Paragons. Alright, so let's buy up our stuff. So let's go like this, place the farm, sell this guy as well, get the Minneapolis. I want to get this guy to Robert to gold as well, set him to close. Then we're going to drop a couple of marketplaces, and I think this should be fine before round 40, which I still don't have a plan on how we want to defend the tier 1 actually. So let's drop this marketplace as well. And this is round 39, so because the boss is Vortex, here's how I want to deal with this guy. I'm also going to drop a wizard. This guy's going to start collecting some pops. I'm not sure if we're probably going to be buying, I guess, another small wizard Paragon, like a lower degree. So those pops are likely going to go in that guy, but you know, let's just get the ball rolling. Let me also buy like at least the 1, if not 2 spike storms to be safe. And I think even though we're kind of lacking cash, I think we actually do have this thing. Even though Vortex is like one of these faster boss balloons, the wildfire is also going to be really nice because these balloons just sped up. Alright, so let's go like this. Let's get the second spike storm. I'm also going to get the jungle jumps, by the way, get a tiny bit of extra attack speed. Oh, you know, camo detection. Wait a minute, let's give this guy, I went for the 3-2-0 by the way. Let's give the wizard camo detection, use the ability. Ooh, these spike storms, I mean, it's not like they're not doing the damage, but I don't know, maybe we've gotten them a little bit late. So can we speed this thing up a little bit and go like this? Let's get an Alchemist, which is going to remain here for the Arcane Spike later on as well. Let's use the ability, and then we're going to have one more again. We need to use it a little bit earlier so we don't stun the spikes. We're going to stun one of them, I think. Yeah, the other one is fine. Alright, at least the cooldown is going on one of these boys. I think we should be just about finishing up this boss. So that was a great ability. I think like 1-2 abilities max, and we have this thing, and then we need to reconstitute the farming. We want to go for the Banana Central kind of as early as possible. Go like this. Hopefully this is the last ability. No, we're gonna need one more. Alright, so that's gonna be the top spike. So that means that we can sell this guy, and then let me just do some quick math here. No, I think we're gonna need to wait just a tiny bit more before we can sell all of these guys. Oh, wait a minute, I should have actually let's actually go like this. I should have sold this guy in the range of the favorite trades boat, but it's gonna be fine. So let's go like this. This is the last ability. There goes the tier 1, and now with the favorite trades boat, let's sell this guy 55k. Do we have the money for Banana Central? I think we're just about off, so let's wait until we have like 65k or something like that, and then we can probably sell all of these guys and get the Banana Central. So I think this is is a good time. Okay, let's start with the top bat farm, then let's sell all of the other ones, so the money is bam, absolutely perfect. All right, by the way, Geraldo, very unique ability in making you money. You can fertilize the banana central. That's gonna add so much more cash. Let's also overclock it. Hook you overclock to a tech bot, and now this thing is just gonna make insane amounts of money. So I think the next few rounds I'm just gonna keep placing top bat farms. Let's just start this tier 2 by upgrading to the Archmage. Now the Archmage is obviously not gonna be able to beat the boss by itself, although, oh, look at the HP bar going down. Actually, did this guy get some extra mob class damage recently? I think he did, but on like the fireballs and the walls of fire, so maybe we should do a little bit of micro like that. All right, I mean, like one single skull of damage just on accident, just by having this Archmage on screen. I'm absolutely gonna take it. Let's overclock it. Let's try and do as much damage as possible, I guess. We are making a decent amount of cash. Let's actually chill for a second. Let's move into farming. This Archmage is not gonna beat it by itself, by the way, but we're collecting pops, we're having fun. Oh no, we're gonna get the proc in the worst time, aren't we? It's again gonna be on top of all our towers. Okay, so we need to get something else, so let's try it. Oh no, Jerry got stunned as well. Alright, so this is the time for sub commander. We need to get this guy. Actually, I don't mind buying it, by the way, because this guy is eventually gonna become the sub Paragon, which we're gonna need for the cooldown reductions. So I guess this is not a failed purchase, but come on. Let's, by the way, overclock the wizard. Again, we're doing a ridiculous amount of damage with this guy, with the Archmage. What is even happening? I'm trying to fit like 3 farms up top, by the way. Oh, there we go. Alright, this is getting ridiculous, guys. Look at this Archmage. This guy is virtually soloing this boss, and that was great because we didn't get the stun on it, so he's gonna keep doing the damage. I have it set on first. Are we actually gonna beat this thing with the Archmage only? And I think we can actually do it like this. Tier 2 with only the Archmage. This is ridiculous, guys. We have like a skull left, and I think with the help of the sub we can actually, yes, we're gonna proc the last one. We're gonna get it back into the range of the wizard, and even though it's taken us like 11 rounds, this is round 71, guys, we are gonna do it. 5,000 HP left. I think the sub is gonna finish it off, but yeah, absolutely insane. We actually did take it down with the Archmage. 334,000 pops, and this guy had like how much? 260k HP or something like that. Alright, so round 79, we're approaching the tier 3, so here is what is new. I bought the Ultra Boost, bought a bunch of other farming towers, and this guy has been hooked up to a tech bot, so he Ultra Boosts the Archmage first. Now, I also bought the other tier 3 wizards, so I'm actually gonna sell this guy, because now that I think about this, I think we want to have the Paragon like right here in the middle on an Arctic Wind Ice. But the plan for this next tier of boss is actually gonna be to try and get a little bit of pops with the Archmage and also the Sub Paragon. I want to get the Sub Paragon out of the way as soon as possible. This is only gonna be a degree 1, by the way, so this guy's like, we don't want him doing damage, we only want him for the cooldown reduction, and we're gonna have him anyway, so might as well buy it a little bit earlier, right? So yeah, 7 stacks on the Archmage, and then as soon as we hit 400k, I'm just gonna buy the Nordic Siege Core here on the side, and then the idea is that we place an Arctic Wind Ice like this, and then the Wizard Paragon is somewhere around here in the middle in the water. By the way, the Sub Paragon kind of strong versus the tier 3 Vortex. It's actually so good. It's only degree 1, but it's keeping it in place, and thankfully it's not stunning too many important towers against just like these boats and like 1 or 2 farms on the side, so this is great. So yeah, tier 3 not as eventful of a boss as I guess the previous 2. We're just trying to collect some pops. You know, this is the part where we're just getting ready for the big one. We're also gonna need to buy up probably Geraldo's level 20, so we start placing the totems a little bit earlier, so that is also on the agenda. But there goes the tier 3 Vortex, and yeah, it's just the home stretch, guys. So let's see the first Metamorphosis ability, hopefully on the tier 4 boss, I was thinking. Alright, so Geraldo level 20, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna buy the Magus Perfectus right now, and this guy's gonna be a super low degree, but we're gonna sell it, then we're gonna put everything. It's only a degree 7, by the way, but I do want to see the Metamorphosis ability on kind of some of these low degrees as well, so let's try and beat the tier 4 with this guy. I also submerged this up, by the way, for the cooldown reduction, and let's also start placing up all of these Geraldo totems, by the way. Alright, so round 98, and here's how everything is looking. We have a 4-0 actually Arcane Spike, because there's this Monkey Knowledge which makes Paragon's attack like 20% faster as long as there is not a tier 5 tower of the same kind on the screen. So if I buy the Archmage, the Paragon just automatically is gonna get weaker, so we wanna defeat the tier 4 boss first and then buy it. Let's actually start getting ready. So I'm gonna turn off actually the Phoenix. Let's start collecting up some mana, and then as soon as the boss appears like now, let's just use the Metamorphosis ability ASAP. So there we go. I'm just gonna set the boss on strong. We're filled up to the max. Hey, let's use the Metamorphosis ability for the first time. Like, look at this damage, by the way. Oh, are we gonna get stunned like instantly? Oh my god. Oh no, we're gonna get stunned. Okay, but this is actually good practice, because now we know for the tier 5 that we should probably have like the Wizard Paragon more to the right side, or maybe even like in this pool. I mean, I guess the good thing about this is that now with the new cooldown, we should at least get a couple more abilities back, right? So because this is degree 7, I would not expect too much cooldown reduction, maybe like 80 something seconds. Then we get 10% back from with the sub Paragon. So I think we're looking at about high 70s for our cooldown, right? We're gonna get another pop, but that's completely fine because the Metamorphosis ability is off cooldown, and this is very interesting. I didn't know it worked like this, but the Phoenix seems to be attacking still while the Wizard is stunned. So this might actually, like, I didn't know it worked like this, but this might be a good Paragon versus Vortex actually. Let me just keep placing these stones because I might have missed a round or two, and we have our Metamorphosis, so let's use it. Hopefully we don't get stunned this time. Oh, I should have waited a little bit. Maybe we're gonna get stunned. Can I switch this guy to first for a second? Never mind. One more skull, and then as soon as this skull procs, is gonna move the boss back, and then we're gonna get another Metamorphosis ability. So look at this thing actually. This is our third Metamorphosis ability, halfway there. Yeah, let's use it right now so we don't. Oh my god, look at how strong it is though. Yes, so it's melting it. This is not even full speed, guys. Look at how strong this ability is. Oh, that's just a degree 7. I'm telling you, when you let this guy attack, he is insane with this Metamorphosis ability, and that's why the initial cooldown was 120 seconds. We do get the Phoenix back, and look, this is ability number 4 that we're gonna have. Metamorphosis number 4, I should say. So let's get the pop actually on this skull, and then again we're gonna have our Metamorphosis ability, and I think we're actually gonna defend it, even though the start wasn't the best. To be honest, we are kind of saving this one so far, right? Let's go like this. So everything is on strong. The shield is out. We're collecting some mana, and then boom, let's use it, and let's just watch this cult disappear and all these small balloons. So look at how much damage this ability does. This is crazy good. And yes, there we go. Just like that. The ability was barely enough, and we're actually gonna take care of this one as well. Let's move the Wizard to first, by the way. So we're dealing with the small balloons because we seem to have leaked some small balloons. I don't even know where and what's happening. Placing these Geraldo totems, and I think you guys know what? Let's use the explosion, which does a little bit of damage by itself. Let's summon a bunch of these CMGs actually, and yeah, let's sell this Wizard Paragon. We're gonna need to buy one more of these guys. Let's finally upgrade this guy to the Archmage. Let's get the Wizard Lord Phoenix, and I think for the next one we want to have it not so much in the middle, so let's have the other Paragon like this towards the right side. I was thinking, I'm telling you guys, this Metamorphosis ability is nuts. And let's just place the last one of these guys if I can find some spot. Yeah, there we go. Let me get rid of all of these farms and the boats and everything. Now I think we have everything that we need for the final boss. And guys, I think that's about it. So we have all the sacrificial towers. Let's buy the Magus Perfectus, put all the money possible into this thing, and that is gonna be 3.1 million in total. So we are just about there with the farming. That is gonna be degree what? 82. I told you guys, this is gonna be a super high one. So we can expect a super fast Metamorphosis cooldown, and let's see if this guy is gonna be able to solo the tier 5 boss. Look at how cool it looks, by the way. The artwork and the Wizard Paragon, insane. Oh yeah, just take a look at the Metamorphosis ability, by the way. This thing is flying through. Well, actually, you could even have it a little bit faster than this, but this, I'm absolutely not complaining. Yeah, this is super fast. Oh no, are we gonna get a stun again? Let's actually use the other ability so we avoid the stun on the Wizard Paragon. And did I don't think we avoided it, actually. I think he's still getting stunned. Yep. Alright, so let's power up, and we have the ability ready. So let's just wait a tiny bit more, and let's use it now. Let's see how much damage. Yeah, this is insane, guys. Look at how much damage this thing does. It might actually, let me just check the mana. It's gonna last until the shield disappears, so we might even take out another skull with the ability. I have it set on strong. Oh, look at this thing. It's actually taking out 2 skulls by itself. Look at how good it is. It still has a couple of seconds of runway because take a look at how much mana we have. Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, so it's gonna turn itself off in a second. Let's move it to first now while it's powering up, and just like that, before the boss can make the next turn, look at this thing. We have the ability again. So let's don't have exactly that much mana, but I'm gonna use it anyways. I don't think we're gonna get stunned, right? I think we're just far enough. Oh my god, we're actually getting stunned. Okay, but here's the thing we can do. We can just activate the... Oh no, we have no mana. Okay, we can play around this though, because when you... we mentioned this in the previous one, but when the Wizard is stunned, it doesn't mean the Phoenix is stunned. So what we can do is we can turn off the mana drain. We can have the Phoenix attack. This is gonna be super close. If we don't get stunned, we're probably gonna take off like 2 skulls with the next ability. Yes, and do we... Oh, we don't get stunned. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so let's turn off the mana burn, and let's fill up the mana a little bit, set this guy to strong. And now with all this mana, I'm just gonna wait a tiny bit more and boom, go. Ability again, and look at the HP melt. Look at, as soon as I fast forward a little bit, you guys can see how much damage it does. And it's actually gonna take out another skull, but we have a lot of DDT, so let me just buy a super mines at the back. Is this gonna be fine? Like, can we do something like, I don't know, like absolute, oh, the thing is stunned as well. No absolute zero ability for us. Oh my god, the backline is so close though. We're barely defending this thing. Come on, I'm gonna need you back, Wizard Paragon. Let's use the Phoenix just for a second with 3000 mana, and I think as soon as the stun is out, this is by the way gonna be the last leg, so 1 HP bar left, and I think we just have to do it like right now. Alright, so we do get it back. Let me just use the absolute zero to just kind of stop everyone for a second. And how are we looking, guys? We're filling up the mana. We are gonna get, are we gonna get one more? I think we're getting one more ability. We're barely gonna get one more ability thanks to a new cooldown, and we should have it, right? Oh, Metamorphosis, this is so close to the end, but I think we have it. Look at this guy burning the boss now. That's crazy good. Yes, I'm telling you guys, this ability is something else. And yeah, the cooldown has to be high, I guess, but yeah, this is a very good, it's a step in the right direction for sure, and it just makes this Paragon a lot better. And this is a cool new trick that I didn't know it worked like this, but you can still do damage to Vortex while your towers are stunned. So yeah, I will learn something new every day. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.